Hey there, podcast listeners. Get ready to dive into the fascinating world of audio and video production with our next guest on Talk Through Thursday, the renowned Mr. Rahul Harit, the owner of Soundgarden Studio. With over 12 years of experience in music and video production, Rahulji brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise to the table. From music albums to feature films, he has done it all. So join us as we uncover Mr. Harit's journey from a passionate musician to an award-winning sound and music producer and a film director. You won't want to miss out on the insights and stories he has to tell. So tune in for an episode that promises to leave you inspired and curious for more. So if you have to describe yourself in a few words, Rahulji, what would they be? Can you tell us?
Okay, well, I'm very much passionate about music and films and all kind of arts, like even the arts which I don't know, but I love every kind of art, whatever it is. I really love to make new music, new things, new developments, new technology. I like to learn a lot, and I keep on learning. Even today also, I don't mind learning new things and thing. So it's kind of a short thing.
So on that note, let's dive into the world of music with Rahul ji. Namaskar Rahul ji, कैसे हैं आप?
बहुत अच्छे. Very well. Thank you so much for inviting me for this thing.
And thank you so much for making time for us. So, Mr. Harit, it's incredible to hear about your journey from a family with a bureaucratic background to becoming an acclaimed music producer and a film director. Can you take us back to the beginning and share what sparked your passion for music and films?
Okay, this started actually from my school time when I was in school in class 7. So I was basically into drawing and art. But suddenly I switched to music, Indian classic. I started learning Indian classical music in my school, and gradually, my interest developed, and my parents also were looking that I'm going into the music gradually. And by the time I came in 10th class, I was playing Indian classical. Then I switched to Indian classical instrument. So my favorite instrument was sarod. I used to play sarod, and I used to accompany my teachers as well in their productions. Parents were very supportive to me, both father and mother. My father was a senior IAS officer, and he never objected to anything which I'm doing. In fact, he always encouraged me, like he was an angel to me in that. And my mom was also supportive. My family was also supportive. My teachers in the school were very supportive. All the teachers, like whether it's subject teachers or my academic teachers or my cultural teachers, cultural activities, they were all very supportive to me. So gradually I started doing the music, and I kept on learning. Sometimes I switched on to flute, then I switched on to percussions, then I switched on to drums, then I switched on to wind instruments like saxophone, alto saxophone, uh, and I kept on learning, and I was really loving it. And this is how I started my music since my childhood.
तो मतलब पूरा ब्रह्मांड आपको सपोर्ट कर रहा था to, get
Yeah,
into musical
absolutely,
journey of
absolutely,
yours.
absolutely. I'm thankful to that. I'm
Yeah.
thankful to the universe for supporting me from every aspect of life. I got a really very well support from my teachers, from my parents, from my friends. Everyone supported me.
And definitely parents का support बहुत ज़्यादा important होता है to move
बहुत
forward in
ज्यादा
your
बहुत
life
ज्यादा
with
और
your
उस
passion.
टाइम पे उस जमाने में व्हेन आई वाज इन स्कूल, उस टाइम पे म्यूजिक का इतना कुछ वो नहीं था, तो पेरेंट्स से भी अगर कोई पूछता था कि भाई आपका लड़का तो अब सिविल सर्विसेज की तैयारी कर दो, आई आफ्टर माय ग्रेजुएशन आई प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर सिविल सर्विसेज आल्सो, बट शौक किया कि मतलब देखूं कि क्या है. सो आई गॉट द कोचिंग आल्सो. आई took around 1 or 2 years coaching from reputed institutes for civil services. I really enjoyed that as well. But I was never intended to go to the civil services. My passion was music and my passion was film and editing, though it was risky at that time. But my parents were very supportive to me and they said, If you want to do, then do it properly and do it very professionally that you can achieve your goals, what you want to do. So this is how my
You build your path.
got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm so curious now to know that how did your early experiences with instruments, like you mentioned, you used to play sarod, right, and guitar,
Yeah.
shape your path towards mastering cinematography and video editing? Like it seems like quite the creative evolution you have made in your life since your childhood.
Actually, what happened when I finished my school, I joined theater in Delhi Art Theater. I was working as a regular artist over there for 3 4 years. I was there and I did a lot of theater productions along with other repertoires and from NSD and different theater groups. Then I had interest in camera. So I joined physically one institute. We used to work on the tapes, DV tapes and beta tapes, kind of thing. Then I joined a production house uh, with my mentor. His name is Mr. Tariq Sayed. So I joined his production house and I learned a lot of things from him personally, working on ad films, feature films and lot of other things. And then he got me trained into editing also, and visual perception, how we have to shoot, how we have to do the edits and all. And that was my experience on the ground while I was learning cinematography at the institute. And I was managing the theater classes, which I used to go from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So after 8 o'clock, I used to go to Tariq sir to learn other things like cinematography and editing. And sometimes I used to spend night over there only. And in the morning, I used to go home. So my dad used to say like, "Where were you last night? What were you doing?" So I told him I had gone to Tariq and I was learning editing, and we were doing some projects together and getting trained under him. And simultaneously, we formed a band, uh, a Western music rock band, and I started playing drums. We 3 4 people got together and formed a band, and we did a lot of shows. And even today, sometimes I generally play. My mentor went abroad, and I got alone, and I started my own production house with his blessings. And I directed a 13 episode TV series called The New Generation that time for DD Metro every week, Saturday at 12:30 p.m. What happened when I was shooting my episodes? Suddenly, after 2 3 episodes, my cinematographer he got lost without any message, without because that time we didn't have WhatsApp. That time we didn't have any communication device except for the mail. It was only telephone or a mobile. That time new mobiles have come. My episode was running on Saturday, and I haven't started my shoot from Tuesday. So that time shot myself again, and I edited myself. Then this was the little tougher time when this happened. So in the edits, I didn't have my studio that time, so I used to go to the rented studio. In the morning, I used to sleep. So Friday, I used to edit, and Saturday till Saturday, my program is live, and I'm sleeping in the studio. So and these studio guys used to go, सर आपका वो प्रोग्राम आ रहा है. मैं कहा यार सोने दे यार अभी तो मैं बाद में देख लूंगा इसको. So this is how I got into different things, but I learned, and I still love to learn new things from new people, whoever I met.
बट हमेशा से आप एक मल्टी टैलेंटेड पर्सन थे और आपने हर चीज से सीखा. right? You have always kept your glass खाली ताकि उसके अंदर knowledge
Right.
बढ़ती जाए.
Yeah.
So,
Mind always to receive. I just a habit of take the things, the good things into the mind, implement on that.
and giving out
And
the
you
best.
can now the problem what I see that even in the youngsters they don't want to learn. They want to jump, right? They want to jump directly to the position which cancels the mid-time struggle and the maximum phase. So everybody is switching online. They are learning online. But what I have uh, understood that if you learn online, it is always good when you already learned it. So for your R&D purpose, for research, you go online. But when you want to learn something serious, you need to be with the mentor all the time. In life, I find it very difficult for a person to teach sound because I taught a few people, but offline I taught. I never went online because the sound is the thing you will not understand. What I'm listening here, no, you will listen something different online. So it is not feasible that you learn some sound production or a kind of related things online. Always pick up a mentor or pick up a good institute where you can learn and practice. And nowadays, they want everything very quick. This is my sincere advice that pick up a good institute, learn it, give your time, थोड़ा मेहनत करो, उसके बाद एक्सपेरिमेंट करो, एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के बाद अपना दिमाग आपका खुद चलने लगेगा. This is how one should work.
Lead their life. Yeah. So, sir, talking of learning lessons, like you've just mentioned, working with Bollywood singers and actors must have been exciting chapter in your life, of course. So, can you
Yeah.
share any memorable moments or lessons learned from collaborating with some seasoned professionals with us?
Yeah, when I worked with a lot of Bollywood artists, like I see they are really very good in their talents. They're amazing, talented people. I worked with Sakshi Tanwar for the dubbing. I worked with Adil Hussainji, and both of them are really amazing persons and very quiet. When I worked with Rahul Devji for dubbing, like he was amazing. What I learned from him is like a lot of patience. This person has a lot of patience, and he's what an artist. Amazing. Like all of them, this is a reason that they are doing good in the Bollywood.
But sir, as we always say, ki beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So, of course, there's some part of you also watching the positivity in everybody. And taking you back to the new generation, like you mentioned earlier, tell us more about the new generation TV series you directed for DD Metro. What inspired the concept, and what were some of the challenges faced during the production? Can you tell us about the few?
Yeah, actually, the idea of the new generation was that that time DD Metro didn't have anything like this. So it had a program which were watched by the senior people or the family people together or older people, but there was nothing to cater to youngsters. So this program was a digital magazine kind of in which we had two, three sections. In section one, we used to go to the public places and we used to ask some questions with them and we used to have some fun related activities with them. Then another section was we used to call a struggling person who has received a nice job, and then he will tell us about how he struggled to get this job and what were the challenges, exactly what were the challenges he faced when he joined the job and what are the things. And there were other entertainment sections in which we used to introduce new songs that time for youngsters. And the challenges, the main challenge was that production was very tight at that time. It was not digital, so it was tape based. Now the challenge in tape based, we used to edit. So first we have to put a black on the tape. When you put the black on the tape, then we used to edit it. And after the editing, one challenge was that when we are doing the audio balancing, we have to do it live. So one mistake you do, you have to repeat it from the beginning. You cannot, in digital, you can now non-linear editings have come. comfortable zone is that you can punch, you can cut anytime, anywhere. But that time, the challenge was that you have to do live mix. So once the product is final, you put the tape in the deck and you start audio balancing live without any mistake. It has to one go, because once the tape is used overall, and again you, if you have to do another thing, then the quality gets compromised. That in one chance you have to go very smoothly. So you have to practice, you have to make your hands in the mixes very precise. So these were the challenges, and another challenge was catch up new faces to host the show. Everything has to be on time because the clock is ticking, and 12 o'clock your show is starting, and you have to submit the tape on Friday, and Saturday you have to. Sometimes it used to happen that we were not able to finish our episode by Friday, and early morning we used to request the DD administration that please allow us some time to, and they used to cooperate very well. They were very nice. The staff was very good at time, like very cooperative, and they used to understand everything, every problem of the producer and the filmmaker.
Well, that's great. And I think as a solution, we have a product called Sound Garden Studios for these days for smooth running of the shows, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, talking of the name, Sound Garden Studio, why do you think Sound Garden suits the best?
uh
How did you come up with this name and why?
I don't know. I was trying to remember why I came out with this name, but I could not. Maybe because I was passionate about sound, and what we should, it should be sound something. So sound something what? So s- the best suitable word I found was so let's keep garden. So that's how I just named it. I don't exactly remember how I named it, but this must have been the reason.
And maybe,
So
yeah, and sorry to cut you down, but maybe garden has many different flowers, like sound has different tones, and like I guess so. Maybe that is a
yeah, yeah, that one. There's one the garden with different flowers. Like we have different, services.
yeah.
So one flower is recording, one flower is video editing, one flower is cinematography, one flower is dubbing. So this is how I think you got it right.
Thank you.
Maybe this was the main reason why I kept it like
So
so. That's
your
what it.
studio has garnered quite a reputation amongst Delhi rock bands and musicians, I guess. Yeah. So what do
Yeah,
you think it sets apart and makes it go to a destination for artists and musicians?
yeah. What happened when I started the studio? I never got recordings that time initially. So I was trying to promote the studio. That time, the digital market was not that good. So what happened? I had an idea. So let's start a jam pad. So I was the first person, I think so, to start the jam pad in Delhi scene. So uh, bought some sound system, and I invited bands, because band used to complain that we don't have a place to practice, and we are practicing at home and the neighbors are getting disturbed. So I thought, ki, why not to start something like this so they also, get clear, and on a reasonable amount, I provided them a space and sound system, and they used to come. They were very happy. They started jamming for 2 hours, 3 hours. They don't have any disturbance, no neighbor problem, nothing. It was a soundproof environment, cool environment. Provided them with the drum kit and sort of mics and all. So from that, it got me connected to several bands, and they started doing some recordings, small recordings. Okay, let's record this title, and this is how Soundgarden got into the scene of getting popularity among the rock bands. This is it. Like this is how I got it. Then word to mouth worked well.
Word of
Yeah,
mouth.
okay, you go to that place. This is Nowadays we have several jam pads, but I think so. Mine was the first jam pad which I started, and after that, after 5, 6, 7 years, people have started a lot of jam pads throughout India. So this is how I got into relation with them.
Well, that's great to hear, and I guess you continue this like for years to come. So, talking of all the sounds and musics, can we let's add some excitement to the conversation with a game? How about trying
Okay,
out
what kind
Tune
of
In
game it
with
is?
Rubaru? And here's how
Okay,
it works, okay? I'll play a
okay,
snippet
tell
of
me.
a song, and you'll have 30 seconds to guess the title and the artist. And then we'll switch roles, and you can test my music knowledge as well.
Okay,
And we'll
okay,
keep a track of the scores to see who's the champion of the musical trivia. And it's a fun way to challenge our ears as well and have some laughter together.
okay,
And
let's try.
what to say? Okay, so I'll just play a tune in for you. Let me know if it's audible. So, our first track is. So,
Oh, okay.
please guess the song for us.
It's a brass part. I think it's from this film Chalbaz.
No.
Okay.
Should I give you hints?
Dun, dun, dun. This is oh no, not Chalbaz. Sorry, the Mr. India.
Yeah. And which song?
Mr. India. And this is
Hmm,
that
it's your
Sri
hint.
Devi is Sri Devi. I'm not getting this one. Dun, 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 dun.
Hawa,
Mr. Hawa,
Hawaii.
Mrs. Hawa Hawaii, correct, Hawa
Oh,
Hawaii, correct,
yeah.
correct, correct. Hawa Hawaii, okay.
Well, you're doing good. So, shall I play the next track?
Yeah, okay, play the next track.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very popular, very popular. We've played a lot of times. It's चुरा लिया है तुमने जो दिल को.
बिल्कुल. Yeah, यादों की
Very
बारात.
easy. That was very easy.
Yeah, we have to give you the easy ones also. You guessed the
Okay,
hard
okay,
one very rightly.
okay, okay.
So, next track for you is. So, would you be able to
Hmm.
guess this?
No, I'm not able to guess this.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Maybe
It's from Kareena Kapoor's and Shahid Kapoor's movie.
hmm,
A
I
very
doubt.
popular one, I must tell you.
No, I doubt.
Jab We Met? Which
Yeah,
song?
okay, movie, okay. Kareena Kapoor, Jab We Met, but which song I am not able to guess.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
tell
is
me. I
when
give
I
up.
stuck. I was like, it was given by a friend, and I was so like stuck. Like, what is this? From where? So it's Aoge Jab
Exactly.
Tumo Sajna when she's very sad. In
Ah, okay,
yeah,
okay, 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 got it. Okay, that's why I'm not able to guess.
it's a tough one. So it's okay.
Yeah, that was tough for me.
Yeah. So we'll go to the next track.
Yeah, okay.
Last. So this is the last track, and tell us. Should I hint you?
It's, yeah, okay, hint me.
Okay, it's a Hrithik Roshan movie and a very Maharaja type movie.
Got it. This track is from Jodha Akbar.
Oh yes, but which song?
The track, which song I'll tell you. Uh, it
Should I give
it
you a
is in
hint
my
again?
mind, but yeah,
Yeah, it
okay,
happens sometimes. It's in our heads, but
yeah.
not on our
But
tongue.
it's in my head, but I'm not able to guess it.
So it is कहने को जश्न
Tell me.
बहार है. Yeah.
Definitely.
So how was it going back to all the tracks?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. But I usually, like fast-paced songs,
Okay.
energy with
Yeah.
not softer songs, but I like more of energetic songs,
All
which
right.
has some energy.
So we
Yeah,
purposely put these songs so that
people told me
you have a
that I
hard
play
time
these.
guessing. But you're clear winner because you guessed it right.
Yeah,
Most of them.
yeah.
So
Mm, that's
going back to all the questions after talking of all the wins, winning the
okay.
special jury award for your music video at Dada Saheb Phalke Film Festival sounds like a quite achievement, right? Proud moment for
Yeah.
you. Could
Yeah.
you share the story behind the project and the creative vision driving it?
Okay, this was the project by these two brothers called Ahiran. That was the name they have kept for the band, and they wanted some uh, video for their song. They recorded the song at my studio, and they wanted something which you can relate to the Delhi people. So the idea was to visit different places. We took around 1 or 2 months to shoot it, because sometimes we don't used to get space, public space, and we are shooting at the public space, and sometimes we don't have the desired crowd we wanted. Sometimes people used to say, no, 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 we don't want to get involved in the music scene. So we went to different places, and it took us around 2 to 3 months time to shoot it properly. Then when I edited that, the product was ready. Okay. Now the thing was that film festival, I had an invitation to participate in the film festival. So I thought that the subject is good, so why not try to give this to the festival? So I submitted the track. It got approved, and it got selected. It was nominated for this. They invited me to be there uh, uh, while the screening was going on. So I went to. This happened in Noida. So I went there, and like somehow it was decided that I am not getting anything. So after some time, the jury decided, no, there's something we need to decide on to that. So after that, I got a message that jury has selected your video for a special mention, because everybody liked the video and the concept. So, and that was like that is how I got it, and I got a trophy, I got a certificate of it, and that was the proud moment. Like it got through.
Yeah, the
So this is
recognition.
how I felt very happy, Regan, and thanks to them, and thanks for the jury members who selected this video for the Dada Saheb Phalke Film Festival Award.
फिर से पूरा ब्रह्मांड आपके साथ था because it was special title because and it wasn't selected
Yeah,
earlier, right? So
yeah, correct.
congratulations on that, sir.
Thank
And
you so
talking
much.
of your studio again, going back to your courses in photography, music production, and video editing sounds like fantastic opportunities for aspiring creatives, of course. So, what
Correct.
inspired you to offer these courses, and what can student expect from them and your courses?
Okay. Yeah, and that's a nice question. For the youngsters, they don't have many platforms, and there are few people who don't want to spend a lot of time in uh, specialized college or vocational college for 3 years or 2 years. There are few students who want that our course should end up within 3 to 5 months, and we start experimenting with our own creative projects. And if you're joining some institute, that's a different scenario, because there are some very good institutes which are catering to these courses. So, but there are few students. My course is generally for those students who are not willing to join the, bigger course for 2 3 years. They don't want to get stuck in 2 3 years. They want to finish up on time, and they want to start doing something. Maybe they have simultaneously some other education going on. That's okay, but they don't want to spend too much time, 2 3 years, and they want to learn quickly, uh, and they want to start project after learning. But my scenario, I give a basics for 3 months. You learn basics. 2 months you stay with me and work for me and learn the etiquettes of the professionalism. And then it comes to approximately 5 months. I provide them with free space. I don't charge for the you practice. You come here, it's your studio. You come here, you practice, and you practice, and you show me what you have practiced, what you have done. And my idea is to make them very much independent, so that they can start their own setup, and they can start their own small business or projects on. And a lot of my students have done it. Like now they have done, like one of my students has done a film, and he has done a theatrical release in Northeast recently, just recently. He was so much dedicated. He learned audio productions, he learned video productions, then he learned cinematography, and he opened his own setup. One of my student is in Jaipur, one of my student is in uh, Gorakhpur, one of my student is in there are 2 3 of them in Haryana, there are few of them in UP. They're all doing their own setups. They're working hard, and work hard, you will get achieve something. Don't expect anything that some wonders will come to you. Only your work can make your wonder, nothing else.
Hard work is the
If
key
you're
at the
working
end.
hard, you are working honestly, you are giving input, you are giving your time, then something will come up. So don't need to get disappointed by watching others doing the best. No problems, they are doing best, you can do the best. You have potential to do the best, you can do it. Don't stop watching others, what they are doing. If they are better than them, they must be better than you. If somebody is better than me, then he must be better than me. That is why he is better than me. It doesn't mean that I'll get disappointed by watching them. I'll learn from them. What is that X factor that they are better than me? This is what the new generation, the youngsters not understanding. So you have to work hard and stop watching others. Stop watching what others are doing. Watch yourself, what you are doing, how much input and how much time you are giving it. If you are sincerely, honestly giving your time to your subject, your interest, that will surely, it will surely do something, later on. You will get the results, and you will get the positive results after some time. But if you will not do anything, and you will keep on watching others doing them, and you keep on following others, you will not reach anywhere. Nobody has reached anywhere by following others. It is only you. Like Buddha has said, apadipa bhav. You have to do your own thing. You are on your own creator. You are your own dependent. You are dependent on yourself only, not others. So work hard and you will achieve something. It's not difficult to achieve anything if you work hard.
Definitely, sir. I think work hard is the like production of passion. If you will agree with me, passion
You should
होगा
love.
तो हम obviously will go towards it.
Right.
And talking of experiences, like you mentioned, experience से ही आगे बढ़ा जा सकता है. So with your
Absolutely.
vast
Absolutely.
experience in the industry, how do you keep your passion for music and filmmaking alive amidst the demands of running the studio and mentoring budding talents? Because आप उनके साथ भी बहुत dedicatedly काम करते हैं. So, how to keep
Absolutely.
that balance alive? Please tell us.
That's a good question. That's a good question. Very nice. Okay, now I'll tell you what happens when I don't have any work. What I do when I don't have work, I start my own things, and when I have work, I give pause to and I leave it, as it is, and then I switch to the client's work, and I sincerely, honestly, I finish it up at time, and on time I deliver it. अगर आप दुकान खोल के बैठे हैं, कोई ग्राहक नहीं है, तो इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी ना दुकान बंद कर देंगे, जब ग्राहक आएगा तब दुकान खोलेंगे. So this is not the way to proceed. So it's your responsibility. Your studio is your work, so it's my responsibility to take care of it. It's just like a family to me.
Basically, it's all about like taking care of a baby. It's your
Yeah,
baby. You have
absolutely,
to take care of it.
absolutely.
Anyhow.
So studio is a kind of it's not a baby, it's an elephant.
Baby elephant. Of course.
So your expenses, your gadgets, they are just like an elephant. You have to
Yeah.
adapt an elephant.
So every
So you keep
energy,
in
like
mind that,
whole energy goes
yeah,
into it. But
absolutely, absolutely. And you have to control everything. Like it's just you're controlling the elephant, you have to control your studios.
बहुत प्यार से, with dedication.
Right. Yeah,
So,
absolutely, absolutely.
like talking of again music. Music has a profound way of touching our souls, right? And shaping who we are, basically. So, how do you think your personal journey with music has influenced your growth and evolution as a person? Like, I heard an interview of Mr. Diljit Dosanjh recently, and he shared that music has a path to connect with the divine power. And, like you just mentioned about Buddha as well. Do you share a similar belief in transformation power of music? Please
Yes, I do believe.
elaborate for us.
I do believe because I was not when I was not into the music earlier. I used to be a very different kind of a person, like ready to fight over anything, getting annoyed very easily, and getting angry very easily, and लड़ाई झगड़ा ये सब मतलब किया है हमने बहुत किया है. But when I got into this music, and then music changed my mind. I became very like grounded, and my mind got very you can say quiet. So this is the biggest thing which transformed me. I see everyone is very nice, so sometimes it's a very bad scenario. I don't think that there is anyone who is bad. And so the negative of it, that a lot of people say that you don't know him, you don't know her, he's bad, he's that. But I don't see anything bad about any person. I see everybody is good. So this changed me. This actually changed. Connecting to the divine is like you connect to the universe. While you are doing music, you are in a meditative state because you don't think anything else. It's a kind of a meditation. And so I don't meditate. So I do music. Anyone who is doing music or any art, it's not music, any art is meditating. So meditation is not required. The medicine is only required who is ill. So musicians, if they are creating music, they are already in meditative state. Somebody is dancing, dancing is a meditative state. Painting, drawing art is a meditative state. You are meditating because you are creating something, and you're not asking anything in return. When you create something, you never expect anything in return. You're just creating. So this is what I think.
And it's a state of bliss at the end. क्योंकि खुशी और दुख तो चला जाता है. Bliss is forever. It's eternal, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, I believe in that.
True. So lastly, what exciting projects are we expecting and like from your studio? And any hints about what's coming on the horizons for Sound Garden Studio next?
Yeah, I've done a collaboration with Rohini Films, and we are coming out with two feature films, out of which one is horror, and another one is a little spiritual. So we are working on the projects, and within few months, let's hope that we get a good scene out of it, and we would be releasing these two things. And songs, keep on releasing. First time in my life I sang. And it's live. It's called I Feel So Lucky, and it's an English song for my writer, Mrs. Ranjana Tandon ma'am, and she writes amazing lyrics. She writes really good stuff. So these are the three major things. Two major things are the feature films which are coming, and every month I keep on coming up with new songs. Every month you'll get a new
Great.
song from me.
Yeah. So I would like wait for the release and would want to hear your voice as well, because the kind of work you're doing, I am sure it would be great.
Yeah, sure, sure. So thank you so much.
Please share with us the link whenever it's out. So thank you so
Yeah,
much and
sure.
congratulations on the big projects coming up.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so much.
making time for us. It means a lot.
No problems. Thank you very much for inviting me. It means a lot to me also.
It's a pleasure hosting you. So, well, folks, that wraps us our chat with Mr. Rahul for today's Talk Through Thursday. Wow, wasn't that a fascinating dive into the world of art? That is audio and video production. I'm already buzzing with excitement for our next episode, where we'll uncover even more intriguing topics and features. Another incredible guest. So mark your calendars and join us next time for another round of captivating conversations and valuable insights. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep those questions coming. See you in the next episode of Talk Through Thursday. Thank you so much, sir, for making time. It means a lot.
Thank you.
Pranam.
Pranam.